From breaking everyone's character with his character, Matt Foley,
Now, as Deshaun told you, my name is Matt Foley.
to making Adam Sandler laugh in literally every skit he's in with him.
Thank you, Pepper Boy. That's the perfect amount of pepper.
These are moments where Chris Farley's comic genius broke everyone's character on SNL. Don't get confused, because we are starting with his last appearance on SNL.
Farley, you don't know me as Matt Foley, and I am a motivational speaker.
This one was a memorable one, not only because of the obvious, but also because he was freaking hilarious. He needed just a couple of seconds to break the serious spin class trainer.
I am thrice divorced, and I live in a van down by the river.
So after literally acting like the worst motivational speaker in the world, he continued to break Tim Meadows, who was acting as the spin trainer.
As long as you're wearing an athletic supporter, everything's gonna be okie dokie. Is kind of a moot point.
Gross.
As you saw at the end. The rest of the cast started breaking off camera as well, but one of them was caught laughing for a moment. But who wouldn't after seeing this?
While you take your coffee break and we continue peddling because...
Shut your pipe hole, Missy!
Will Ferrell was breathing slowly, fighting for his life. Tim at this point didn't care. He couldn't hold back anymore. But Chris, being Chris, decided to get even crazier.
All right, look, Matt, take it easy.
Tim really doesn't have it easy whenever he has to act on SNL alongside Chris Farley, since his character, Matt Foley, was also part of SNL's Scared Straight sketch.
Now, as Deshaun told you, my name is Matt Foley. Currently serving 3 to 5 years for non-payment of alimony.
So the worst motivational speaker is back. And this time, Ben Sandler, Phil Hartman, Tim Meadows, and Rob Schneider were in for a ride. Let's just say if they played You Laugh, You Lose, all of them would have lost.
Young fella, how'd you like to be my next wife?
I'm not ready to settle down quite yet.
So Sandler played it off since in this scene he was supposed to laugh, but just moments later when he had to be scared straight, he just couldn't keep it straight.
Is that? That's funny, and you're purty. Because they can't take that away from you. Believe me, I know. I had it all.
All of them were laughing so much that even Chris started to break. But this wouldn't be the first time he broke the whole cast, and it would be just one of many where he made Adam laugh. But this time, he didn't do it as Matt Foley.
Come on, let the boy water your plants.
We all know that Adam Sandler is a real professional, but Chris just knew how to make him instantly break character. I mean, just look at this.
He's a good, hard-working boy. Let him bring in your mail.
So, for some context, this skit was about the Hurley Boy House sitting service, where the boy who is eager to help you out is played by Adam, and his hype and apparently breakman, Chris.
Sweet mother of God, what is the holdup? Huh?
Did you see his face? He needed some time to get it together, as you saw, but just a moment later, Chris was at it again.
Please don't make me wash the sheets. For God's sakes! Is it?
But if you thought that was it, you were wrong, since the best was yet to come.
Tell the boy to keep one shred of dignity, bastards! Let him move in with you!
I had to let that one play out. The way Sandler tries to go back to his "I'm just a poor boy" face at the end makes it even funnier. But as you will see, Chris was Adam's kryptonite. With him around, he just couldn't keep it together.
He should rot in his grave.
How about Mario's restaurant? Holy cannoli.
For context, this should be a grumpy old man who isn't happy with his wife, and unsurprisingly, with his life then as well. But this Zagat skit just didn't do Adam any favors, since Chris was just killing it, and killing him with it. Adam's silence was loud, but it was laughing out loud. I mean, he was looking at Chris like, please don't, I can't keep it together. Saturday Night Live was also saying that about these two, because during the time they were part of SNL, they seemingly always acted alongside each other.
You were trying to lose weight.
Lay off me, I'm starving.
Before you say anything like, I would hit, just know that's David Spade and Adam Sandler. Jokes aside, even though this Gap Girls skit wasn't all that, Chris still managed to get these two.
When they were passing out brains, you thought they said trains, then went for a ride.
Leave it to Chris to steal the spotlight and make everyone break character while doing it. Just remember the Pepperboy skit, where he stole the show and yet again made Adam lose it.
Slut.
Yeah, Misty.
So here Adam didn't expect Chris to go with such a loud voice. As you can see, every time he looks away, he's hiding his laughter. The skip was 5 minutes. And he didn't break, but after 5 seconds with Chris, it was a wrap. Believe it or not, this wasn't all. There is still one memorable skit where Farley broke Sandler. By now, you must have figured out two things. These two were great pals, and Chris was a genius in physical comedy. Speaking of which,
My breath reeks of tuna, and there's lots of black hairs coming out of my nose. Oh, hoagies and grinders, hoagies and grinders.
so the song in this skit, named Lunch Lady Land, is unsurprisingly meant for lunch ladies. Chris showed us his lunch lady dance, and Adam couldn't keep a straight face. Smiling is one thing, but literally laughing while singing is just on another level, even for SNL character breaks.
Sloppy Joe.
Well, Chris Farley was a great lunch lady, but he was definitely the best Matt Foley. Even in the first version of this skit, Chris made everyone around him break character, especially Spade.
Now let's get started by letting me give you a little bit of a scenario of what my life...
David Spade just couldn't keep it together. As soon as Chris got close and personal, his acting went out of the window. He was in survival mode.
First off, I am 35 years old in a van down by the river.
The teen daughter, played by Christina Applegate, was dying from laughter as well. Hiding it with her hair, but the hand on the mouth move told us everything we had to know. But that wasn't all.
Dad, I wish you could just shut your big yapper. You're using your paper not for writing, but for rolling doobies.
You would think that the cast of SNL laughed enough and that they were able to get back in character. But nope. Chris, that is Matt, had other plans.
Here's you, here's Matt, there's you, there.
That's that peak physical comedy I talked about. No wonder the SNL cast is fighting to stay in character. Speaking of characters, another hilarious one that Chris played was Bennett Brower. Let's just say he broke people with that one as well.
I'm flying! I'm flying! I'm flying!
So this iconic moment from The Weekend Update on SNL made the otherwise witty and serious host almost cry from laughter as he was watching Chris fly all over the room. Just look at the amount of time it took for him to get back into character and continue the skit.
Maybe the cables didn't clear the light, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you expect anything less from Chris Farley at this point? The man was a comedic genius, and we remember moments like these with joy. Thank you, Chris.